Mixed with clouds at times today, with a few flurries possible at times. Highs level off around to 18. Winds out of the west, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lows level off around 7 above. Tonight, mainly clear skies. Mainly sunny skies tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 25. Slight chance of snow Wednesday. Highs around 40. 30, partly cloudy Thursday. Currently 15.
Country 103.9 WRBI and Dial a Deal. An opportunity to buy, sell, or trade items. Remember, only one phone number, please, and no more than 3 items per call. And we do not permit betting, real estate, firearms, and garage sales. When you hear an item you have interest in, write it down, and you can always go to WRBIRadio.com and click on Dial a Deal.
812-934-5112.
Dial it up, don't let it wait. Deals so good they can't escape. Pick up the phone, make it great. Dial a deal, dial it now. Big savings will show you how. Dial a deal, make it real. Your best bargains on the wheel. Dial a deal, make it real. Your best bargains on the wheel.
Yes, underway with another week of Dial a Deal. 812-934-5112. Brent Lee, Annie Nunley at your service. And I've got my IU hat on today. They're in the national championship tonight. You might have heard about that.
Woo!
And, of course, we wish them luck. You know, Miami's got the weather. We need this win this time of year.
Yeah.
The Hoosiers heavily favored, but, you know, there's no guarantee. That's why they play the game. We wish them all the best this evening, of course. I think even Purdue fans, probably, even the ones who wouldn't admit it, kind of hope that they win.
The ones I've seen post about it are all for it.
Dial a Deal mailbag today. A Ritchie water for cattle and square bales of straw at 212-9464. All numbers on Dial a Deal in the 812 area code, unless we tell you otherwise. Again, that's 212-9464 for a Ritchie water for cattle and square bales of straw. News headlines as we await your call. Verizon, you got to get us signed up for this, Annie.
Okay.
Verizon offered a $20 credit to those affected by last week's outage. I don't know if we were affected or not. I sure didn't notice it, but I don't spend the amount of time on my phone that you do. But maybe try to get us hooked up there, huh?
Well, we were on the Wi-Fi here, so.
It's the least they can do, after all, for forcing us to interact with family and nature during the outage.
I do feel like $20 is too cheap.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you use your phone all the time for work or something like that. You're always on the phone. It could be a real bummer.
Yeah.
A guy sued Outback Steakhouse after a toilet exploded on him.
Oh.
Well, at least he was in the right place to have the crap scared out of him.
Oh, no. That's so gross.
And a New York bakery, going right to food,
Okay.
a New York bakery offers now an anchovy donut. And it has experienced record sales of 2.
Look, I'm a fan of the sweet and salty combo. I don't think that donut sounds like a good idea.
I'm not a fan of the sweet and salty. I'll eat them separate. I don't like to eat. Like I'm a griddle, no appeal to me. An anchovy donut, though. Be sure to ask for it by name. Yuck.
Yeah.
I'll have a dozen yuck, please. 812-934-5112. If we can help you out on Dial a Deal today, it would be our pleasure on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It might be slow going today. Some stuff closed because of the federal holiday, of course.
Yeah. Don't try to go to a bank. Don't try to go to a government office. Really, just stay home.
Well, a lot of us are still working today. You can come here if you have business to do with us.
Yeah.
Last Thursday night in Miami, the aforementioned Miami, a small Uber Eats delivery robot was rolling across some railroad tracks against the warning lights. And it got wiped out by a train.
Well.
And someone's dinner got ruined, I assume. Here is the actual audio of it. Listen, I like this. It sounds like a dog was trying to give it a heads up. I did not add those sound effects, I promise you. That's real.
The dog was like, oh, my future.
No. I tried to tell him. What a sympathetic little puppy.
Oh,
my gosh, that's awful.
What's that, Lassie? The small robot's about to get smashed by a train? That's pretty good. I got to hear that one more time. It was heartbroken by it.
Dog probably just smelled a cheeseburger and was like, oh, what a waste.
Right. Could have given me that before you committed suicide. Delivery robot. 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal today. On the air and everywhere. Not only on FM, not only on the WRBI app, but also on Facebook, on YouTube. We believe. You just never quite know if Annie's got everything up and running until after the program, and she goes, you'll hear her go, oh no. And I'll go, what? Like, well, we had no audio today on Facebook or something like that. Happens a lot.
It's on the Facebooker nuts.
Miracles never cease.
I know.
And also in the news today, a company announced plans to build a hotel on the moon. And still, it would offer better Wi-Fi than the average Hampton Inn. A Canadian man assaulted another man who ice fished too close to him.
What?
Remember, though, in Canada, they're such polite people that, quote-unquote, assault means he just mumbled, please move. That's their idea of assault. They're so polite. 3/4 of Americans meet the new U.S. definition of obesity.
Woo.
Well, forget drug boats. Our military should be taking out gravy boats.
Oh.
And a review of 43 studies found no meaningful link between Tylenol use during pregnancy and intellectual disabilities in children. So you mean the guy that talks like a frog and looks like a stick of beef jerky and eats roadkill was wrong about medical advice?
Shocking.
Who'd have thought?
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Lukewarm Power, the great new laundry detergent that will get your whites whiter, your brights brighter, and your plaids platter.
Did you know Peter Paul Office Equipment acquired Batesville business machines from Kurt Mergenthal? Peter Paul isn't just the place to think of when you think copiers and printers. They're now your complete source for all your office supplies. Everything from paper clips to office furniture. Peter Paul has it all.
This is Dave Gutzwiller, owner of Peter Paul Office Equipment. I work on Lanier, Ricoh, Sharp, Kyocera, Mita, and Canon copiers, along with HP and Lexmark printers.
So give Peter Paul a call, 812-934-3410.
I'm WRBI meteorologist Paul Trombley with Southeastern Indiana's most reliable forecast. A few flurries possible at times today. Otherwise, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. High temperatures reach up to 18. Winds out the west, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies. Tonight, lows level off around 7 above. Currently 15.
It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
I have a dream.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Free at last. Free at last.
Selma to Montgomery's got to be 50 miles.
Thank God Almighty. We are free at last.
Thousands of people came to Selma.
Great man.
Great man. Civil rights. A great leader.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
It's showtime.
Yes, Dial a Deal on MLK Day. Brantley, Annie Nunley at your Soivus, 812-934-5112. We're so very badly hoping to get a call today. We'll see. Time will tell.
At least we got a mailbag item.
Yeah. 812-934-5112 if we can help you out on Dial a Deal today. I do have one little sports short for you today.
Sports shorts.
The NHL champion Florida Panthers visited the White House last week. It was pretty standard, except for that one moment when they let him hold the Stanley Cup and he refused to give it back.
Sports shorts.
He likes trophies. 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. Oh, and this.
We call ourselves Hoosiers.
Back home again.
Twas on Saturday's date, the 18th of January of 1781, that Ratliff Boone was born in North Carolina. As Lieutenant Governor of Indiana, he assumed the office of Indiana Governor for 3 months in 1822. When Jonathan Jennings was elected to Congress, Boone returned as Lieutenant Governor under William Hendricks. So 2 different occasions of being Lieutenant Governor.
Must have been good at it.
Mm-hmm. Good at lieutenanting. Also, on yesterday's date, January the 19th of 2000, a new display.
That's today.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. So that one was actually yesterday, not Saturday.
Yeah.
The 18th. I apologize. For some reason, I feel like it's the 20th today. I'll cut all this out when we put it on the radio. Don't worry.
That's
We
good.
call ourselves Hoosiers.
Strike home again.
It was on today's date, January the 19th of 2000, that a new display case for the Indiana Constitution was dedicated in the State House Rotunda. Officials included Governor Frank O'Bannon, Chief Justice Randy Shepard, and Senator James Merritt.
Nice.
So there you go. Nice. You've seen it many times, right?
Yeah, stood right by it a lot.
Befitting of the high esteem in which we hold it.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think I've really checked it out. Maybe I've been in the State House. I know I haven't checked it out since its erection in 2000.
Yeah, you need to go on a tour.
I think most of my visits would have been prior to that. I paged for Ed Goebel as a kid when I was 16.
Yeah.
15, 16. That was fun. That's something any young person should do, by the way.
Agreed.
Very fun to do. Contact your local state legislator. I'm sure most of them would be glad to have you.
They would.
Peeps unveiled a new bold lineup of flavors in 2026.
Just the regs.
You just want the regular flavors?
Yeah.
Here they are. See if you approve. Chili lime mango,
Not for me.
strawberry Pop-Tarts,
I'd try it.
and Sunny D.
I'd try it, but I don't think I'd like it.
Remember the classic Peeps commercial?
Not just yellow. It's just not Easter without those crazy peeps.
I'd forgotten all about that. That's pretty good. 812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. If we can help you out with anything today. A 70-year-old man in central New York says he's lucky to be alive. He fell asleep in his living room and woke up with a car crashing into his home and landing on him.
That's not what you expect to happen.
No, you don't. He says it's the fifth time a car has crashed onto his property, and he felt so lucky. I'd be moving.
Yeah.
After maybe one or two. He felt so lucky that he asked the ambulance drivers to stop and get a lotto ticket on the way. Here is Skip Cunningham talking about the accident.
This is where the couch was, and I was laying down watching television. Next thing I knew, I woke up, and my blood running down my head, and car laying on top of me. You know, and that guy's running around saying, sorry. I says, well, call 911. I tried to get him to stop at Stewart so I could win buy a lottery ticket, but they wouldn't stop.
Yeah, can you imagine that? You just had a car land on you, and the EMTs won't stop and buy you a lotto ticket.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that guy is probably really questioning his decision to, a la Wile E. Coyote, paint a tunnel on the front of his living room outside.
What he needs to do is what my grandparents did at the home they had when I was growing up. They had big, huge rocks lining their front yard.
Yeah. I guess that would deter smaller automobiles. You're not going to drive a Yugo into his living room at that point, but a big ton truck could still
true.
Definitely do it. And are you Baywatch material? There is an open casting call in Marina Del Rey next month, and they're looking for a lot of people to appear in the Fox reboot. The surprising thing is they're asking for auditioners to arrive with wardrobe that evokes a beach setting while remaining polished, professional, and avoiding revealing styles and costumes. You know, the red trunks, the red one piece. You know what they wore on Baywatch. That's what you wear, I'm guessing. So if you think you're Baywatch material, I markedly am not. But there you go. Good luck to you. Kill that. Enough of that. Oh, and this is interesting. Ryan Seacrest recently revealed, so during the contestant interviews on Wheel of Fortune one night last week, he revealed what his first concert was, and one that his mom wouldn't let him go to.
My favorite musician in the world is Bon Jovi. Whenever he is on the radio, Mom is singing as loud as she can possibly sing him.
That was the concert I wanted to go to as a kid. My mom wouldn't let me. So the next day, a friend of mine went and brought me the concert t-shirt. So I pretended like I went. I didn't go.
Yep.
And it was a great moment.
Ryan, wait, was your mother that strict?
Yeah, I mean, the first concert she let me go to was Richard Marx, which was great.
Yeah. So any concerts you wanted to go to as a kid that you weren't allowed to go to?
That wasn't my thing.
I wanted to go see Run DMC.
Yeah.
In 1988. I think I was 14. And I was going to go with my big plan was I was going to go with my buddy Sean, who was 16. He was going to drive us up there at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
The parents said no, but they were cool enough that they said, we'll go with you. We'll take you up there. And they were pretty mortified by one of the opening acts that I wasn't really familiar with that Well, use some salty language, to say the least. WRBI, you're on Dial a Deal.
Yes, I got an electric washer and dryer for sale.
All right.
They're both like new, and I'll take $200 for the two. My number is 593-3562.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.
He has an electric washer and dryer, $200 for the set, and he is at 593-3562. 593-3562, his number. Coming up at the conclusion of Dial a Deal today, it'll be another awesome edition of the Daily Pod with Tom Snape. He'll be speaking with Pastor Joey Feldman about the Batesville Food Pantry's Soup Herbal fundraiser. That's SOUP, you see. They're doing a big fundraiser, and he'll tell you all about that coming up in about 5 minutes on the Daily Pod. We'll have that.
Nice.
812-934-5112 for Dial a Deal. A months-long investigation led to the arrest of a 51-year-old man who was routinely throwing hundreds of roofing nails onto a roadway in Florida. Of course it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Detectives say that they saw Felix Uresti throwing the nails onto the road. Here are some of the victims speaking out.
I would be highly surprised if there was under 300 or 400 victims when this is all said and done. Said I had 3 nails the first day. A week later, another 1 or 2, and it was about a nail a week minimum.
We've had 3 on my car and 2 on my husband's.
Find a different hobby or pastime, maybe a less expensive one. I don't know.
Felix sounds like a great guy. Who does that? That's horrendous.
I don't know. Well, but also, don't you find a different route if you figure that out?
Mm-hmm. That's true, but I mean, I think Felix can take most of the blame.
Well, yeah.
A 28-year-old guy also in Florida named Landon Morris got arrested for doing donuts at a church parking lot to try to impress his date. It was a first date, and she told cops she asked him to do it. Here are residents of the area speaking out.
They went round and round and round, and at one point the blue smoke was so dense you couldn't see the black car.
It sounded like a car that was completely hot rodded out, no mufflers, very, very loud.
Here comes the sheriff, and the smoke is still coming off the pavement. Back off. We have families, we have children living in the area.
Blue smoke, so he was burning some oil. Maybe bad rings or something, I don't know. Dos Equis reviving their Most Interesting Man in the World commercials with the original star, Jonathan Goldsmith. He's 87 now. Believe it or not, it's been 10 years since Dos Equis' last ad with Jonathan. The new ad premieres during tonight's college football championship.
He was the most interesting man in the world. Then, the unthinkable. He forgot everything. But when all seemed lost, there was a light at the back of the garage fridge.
Dos Equis!
He is, once again, the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I still prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Well, of course he doesn't always drink beer. How do you think he made it to 87? If that's all you drink, you're probably not going to see that age. That's for sure. And amid the hype of all of this, this reminds me of something we did after he got fired a decade ago. The least most interesting man.
His dream vacation would be Tampa. He agrees with Garfield. Mondays stink. He once saw Pat Sajak at an intersection. He is the least interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I use a bottle opener.
Of course he does. There you go. That's about going to do it for Dial a Deal today. We'll close with this. Thousands attended Bob Weir's memorial in San Francisco Saturday. Bob Weir, famously the Grateful Dead. John Mayer, Farm Aid board member, who had been a part of the band Dead and Company with Bob, gave a heartfelt speech that I thought was worth sharing today, even if you don't know or care about their music. I think it's just a good little slice of humanity to share on a day like today. He kept it together until getting emotional at the end, and he also performed Ripple with many on stage singing along. This is John Mayer at Bob Weir's memorial service the other day.
Bobby and I were born on the same day, exactly 30 years apart. In the 30 years that preceded me, Bob had become a countercultural icon. The echoes of the music Bobby and the Grateful Dead made would lead me to him What would follow would become the adventure of a lifetime for me. Over the course of a decade, we came to trust each other. He taught me, among many other things, to trust in the moment. And I'd like to think I taught him a little bit to rely on a plan. And so we will all keep listening, together. Now that's a plan I can get behind. Thank you, Maestro. You changed my life. I will love you forever. Thank you.